Hi, I'm Sebastian Gomes, host of Salt and Light's book show Subject Matters, and here's my take on Particles of Faith, a Catholic guide to navigating science. Everybody loves having this conversation. Faith and science, do they conflict? Do they complement each other? How do we answer those very complex questions of human existence? Well, Stacy's done us all a big favor because she's written this book as a scientist and as a theologian that's neither a science book nor a theology book. Let me explain that a little bit more. What she's done is written a practical guide for anyone who finds themselves in the very common scenario of having to have a conversation, a casual conversation about faith and science. And what she tries to do is give us the tools to be able to have that conversation effectively and reasonably, something that's very important today. Now, a couple of her key arguments are important to point out. She clearly and convincingly articulates the limits of scientific analysis. She says part of being a good scientist is actually knowing the limits of science. So, for example, if you're trying to understand the fullness of human existence, don't go looking for the answers in evolution, because it's not the nature of evolution to be able to explain the fullness of human existence. So just know the limits of what you're talking about. Another key argument she makes: we should never ever try to use science to prove our faith. She says if you need scientific proof in order to defend your faith, it's not real faith. Science and faith do complement each other, but faith transcends science in a way that we have to really be able to understand. So don't ever use science in order to prove your faith. All of that to say, this is a very wholesome, good, solid introduction to questions about faith and science. It also includes some really practical advice, some practical examples, and some really interesting topics that people want to know about. Evolution, the Big Bang, where did we come from? All of these questions Stacy deals with. Quantum mechanics was another one. Don't worry, I didn't know anything about them either, but I do now, and you will too if you read Particles of Faith by Stacy Trasancos.